Hello everyone, I'm Sogato Das, Assistant Professor at Flame School of Business, Flame University. Welcome to this final session on promotion, the communication pillar of the 4 P's of marketing. What is promotion? Promotion is how businesses engage customers, build brand awareness and drive sales through advertising, digital marketing and sales promotions with public relations. In today's competitive landscape, a well-planned promotional strategy can make all the difference. In this session, we will explore how companies craft compelling campaigns to influence customer behavior. So let's get started. We initially saw the 4 P's of the product mix. One is the product, the price, the place. Fine. The product is there. A price has been set. It has been distributed to every channel in India. But if you do not know about the product at all, would you be even interested in buying a thing? You see something in the shelf, say a jam bottle, completely new jam bottle, and you are not even aware of what model or which brand that belongs to you. What is the probability that you will actually pick up? No matter how good, bad, you don't know anything about the product, there is a very minimal chance that you will actually pick up that bottle. So a company needs to promote its product so that it is very well received by the end customer. So promotion is a communication strategy that is used to one, inform, persuade and ultimately influence the customer's purchase decision. Now let us deep dive into this and see what it entails. First and foremost, let us try and define this particular word promotion. Promotion is the means by which firms attempt to first inform, persuade and then remind consumers directly or indirectly about the product or service, the brands that they represent and they sell. The entire gamut of informing, persuading, reminding directly or indirectly about the product and service and the brand that is associated with this particular product or service is called marketing communication. What are the functions of marketing communications? First is informing and educating the consumers. Like I said, will you ever pick up a brand which you don't know about? No, very rare possibility. So, marketing communication helps the consumers to understand why a product is used and what value it offers. If I am to buy a car, this advertisements or promotions done by the company tells you about the features, advantage and benefits of that car. So you can make an educated purchase decision. Next is targeting and positioning. Who is the user? Who is the ideal user? Where to sell it? When to sell it? How to promote it is a function of the marketing communication. For example, you see a Baygon spray in the market. But if it is not advertised what it is actually used for, there is a probability even if you see it on a shelf, you may not buy it. So it is advertised as a mosquito killing or mosquito preventive spray, and then when you come to know about it, you are more probable to buy it. And then you start comparing it with other brands. The other brands also are doing the same thing. Next is encouraging trial and engagement. Incentives, 50% off, 70% off, buy one, get one free. All this is done to one word, motivate the consumers to try or experience the product. You walk into the showroom, only when you come to know there is a new model or existing model. And tell me how many of you consumers will actually buy a car without test driving and seeing it and trying it for the first time? No, very rare chance, unless you are a commercial user. So for that, advertisements influence the customer's engagement and trial. Let's wipe this off. Okay. Then, emotional and brand association. People buy a particular brand, they do not buy a product. This is a saying in marketing. You buy the brand and not the product. Product is a byproduct of the brand. So, brands connect with people, places, and most importantly, emotions. Bajaj, Chetak. The word Bajaj Chetak imbibes in our previous generation a sense of nostalgia. You associate Bajaj with high-end tough products. If you talk about Levi's jeans, you do not need any second thoughts on buying the jeans. If you have it is in your budget, you will definitely pick up because you associate Levi's with toughness. Likewise, other products. Ferraris, people wait for 2 years to buy a Ferrari because they associate that particular brand with status. So, emotional and brand association. And then brand building and equity development. Okay. Now, for example, you see an idea. For example, I give you a hypothetical example. A TV ad calls a particular product's color as red. I'm just throwing a color, red. Then the newspaper ad tells the color as blue. Digital marketing talks about it as white. So, isn't there a confusion happening? Yes, there is. There is a high probability the end user may not ultimately buy that because he is too confused at what color is it actually. So, it is very, very important for the marketers to ensure that consistent marketing communication goes, and it is a new thing called integrated marketing communication. We will see it in detail in the coming slides. Integrated marketing communication is nothing but sending one message across all channels of promotion about a single product or service. Like we had different mixes. Marketing has 4 P's, that is the marketing mix. Channels have a different mix. Pricing has price mix. Likewise, promotion also is called the mix. Here the technical term communication mix or promotional world mix is the technical term. It consists of means of propagating the message from the company to the end user. And let us quickly see what they are advertising. We'll take everything in detail. Sales promotion, events and experiences, public relations and so forth. Now let us take each one at a time. Advertising. Isko life laga dala to life झिंगा लाला. डर के आगे जीत है. Can you associate the brand with that? Of course, you did. Already know what brand I'm talking about. How did you even come to know? By one word. Advertising. It has been pumped into your brain so much that you automatically associate one particular slogan, color or other attributes to a particular brand. Zindagi ke aage bhi aur zindagi ke baad bhi. You know what I'm talking about. LIC. Anybody will just, the first thing that comes into your mind is LIC. That is what advertising means. A paid form where the principal companies actually pay for the viewers to view it to the medium. A paid form of non-personal presentation and promotional. It is not directed to one particular individual. It is directed towards the entire mass of people, of ideas, goods or services. Very important, by an identified sponsor. Like I said, zindagi ke aage saath bhi, zindagi ke baad bhi. You can easily identify it. It is any newspaper ad that comes from LIC, that is the identified sponsor. They have to pay for TV rights. They have to pay for newspaper rights. Even the radio, if they go to the radio channel, they have to pay for it. So, it's a paid form of non-personal. I am not targeting one person. I am just throwing the ad in general mass, and whoever is interested can view it. If you find it engaging, come and purchase it. There are different forms of how this can actually be done. We normally associate TV, etc. But then there are print advertising, there's broadcast TV and radios, there's outdoor advertising, billboards, transit ads, posters, digital advertising, online, you have Instagram, etc. Native advertising, sponsored content that blends with, this is a form of influencer marketing which is coming up right now. Native advertising, then guerrilla advertising, flash mobs. You have got direct mail, mailers that come to your inbox. Product placement, you have those kiosks and malls where you can, what do you call pop-up stores? You have small kiosks of the main company in the malls or roadsides. Social media advertising, again a form of digital marketing. And then retail advertising, promotion within the stores. You go in the store, you see buy 2 get 3 free, or you see a banner of Louis Vuitton, you see a banner of Van Heusen. These are all retail advertising. The main idea here is advertisement reaches globally dispersed buyers and building a long term image for a product. डर के आगे जीत है, Mountain Dew. That association between these two words and the company is nothing but building a long term positive or negative image. What are the key characteristics of advertisements per se? One, it is a public presentation. Advertisement is visible to all, giving credibility to the products. Example, TV ad for Colgate. When you see a doctor presenting it, a dentist telling good things, you normally think that, okay, this product is good for my kids. Next, it is pervasiveness. It can be repeatedly shown every time, in the prime time, non-prime time. Every time you turn on a TV, you see some ad running 4 to 5 times a day. It can be repeatedly shown, making it easier for consumers to compare brands. Amplified expressiveness. You use visuals, sound and storytelling. LG is air conditions. You see your air condition. Once it is running, you will see flowers flowing out of it. Is it actually the way? No. But it is conveying a story. It is trying to convince you that if you use that particular air conditioner, the air is going to be so fresh and flowery. And then impersonality. What does impersonality means? It is a one-way message. There is no response from it. The response comes later on in terms of sales. Next is sales promotion, a very, very important tool for any manufacturer. Fine. A variety of short-term incentives to encourage trial or purchase. 50% off. Buy one, get one. Buy two, get two. Buy three, get five. All these are forms of sales promotion. Wednesday sale. Big Bazaar had 30% off. All a part of sales promotions. The idea of a sales promotion is, one is they want to communicate, they want to gain attention and lead the customer to the product. 50% off, only valid up till 15th of February. They are leading the consumers to go. Amazon is an expert in that. Independence Day sale, Republic Day sale, for a fixed time, public launches, all part of communicating a sales promotion to the end user. Next is incentive, say incorporating some concessions, inducement or contribution that gives value to the consumer. Example, a coupon offering 20% off on your first purchase. First time user of Zomato's gets say 5 deliveries free. Swiggy gives you 25% discount. Blinkit first time users get 75% coupon. All nothing but incentivize you to use that platform or service or product. Next is invitation. You would have seen buy now alerts. Buy now, sale. And you will have sale people, sir, if you pay today, I give you 20% off. Tomorrow, God knows if this scheme will be available or not. Such tactics are used so that an invitation is given to engage and make the transaction immediate. So the sale becomes immediate. I hope sales promotion is clear. Now let's look at events and experiences. Car launches, film premieres, auto exposures, competitions organized by the company, marathons organized by TCS. Does TCS got anything to do with sports? No, but it is still doing to promote itself. What is it doing is, it is activating an event or an experience. Company sponsored activity is very, very important. It is sponsored by a company and which is identified through their branding at the location, designed to create brand related interactions. It may or may not accumulate to a direct sale there and then, but it is always done for a positive image. Car launches. If you have ever visited a car launch, you will come to understand that company is not wanting to sell you there, but they do an out of the world experience so that you can carry a brand image of this particular vehicle and spread something called positive word of mouth. Next is, and because these most experiences are live, consumers can actively engage in this and participate. Also, another feature nowadays is promoting it on social media. So, whenever you say you go to a 50 kilometer or 20 kilometers marathon, you will find all your friends who have attended on social media. Look at the branding the company gets free of cost. Next, public relations and publicity. Age old stuff. Sorry, age old and still very applicable. Publications and public relations and publicity. We normally said, why is it publicity stunt? Why is it publicity stunt? Why did the company do that? Publicity stunt. It is an age old thing where a variety of programs are designed to promote or protect a company's image. Just say, for example, when Maggi, they said monosodium glutamate is bad for health. Maggi came up with a huge public relationship campaign which says no, MSG is not bad for health. You remember that? That is what happens. Somebody says something bad about the company, immediately a Twitter comes from the top management denying, condemning such information. Nothing but a form of publicity. So, why would people, like for example, publications, events, sponsorships, press kits, speeches, seminars, etc., etc. There are ways of how you do publicity or public relation. Public relation is when the company does it itself, and publicity is where somebody else does it for the company. Public relation is when company does it for itself. Publicity is where somebody else may be paid, may not be paid, normally not paid, independent experts talking about a particular company. That is called publicity. And why? What are the qualities of this? Why do people normally go for this particular mode of communication? One, there is a high credibility into this. For example, say a very prominent doctor saying good things about your toothpaste or medicine. There is a high probability. You may think about Michael Jordan talking about Nike. There is a high credibility attached to it. Next comes ability to catch buyers off guard. Such statements are given so that you target people who avoid salespeople and think that all salespeople normally exaggerate their pitches. Next is dramatization. Public relation have a potential of dramatizing a company or a product. You say so good things about it that people feel the urge to buy it. And since it is coming directly from the company, people associate a level of truthfulness also in that particular communication. Next is direct marketing. Use of, you get those telephone calls, IVR calls, buy this, credit card, personal loans. You open your email, you will have a list of emails from those companies you have just visited or subscribed to last month or yesterday. Nothing but form of direct marketing. Use of mail, telephone, fax, email or internet to communicate directly with or solicit response from a specific customer and prospect. This is done to a particular individual or a group of individuals or a particular company if it is a B2B. Now we are becoming narrower in our scope and we are targeting individual groups, customers or companies. Four distinctive characteristics of direct marketing are: one, it is non-public. Message is generally for a specific person, group or company. And if it is a company, it is somebody specific in that particular company, like the purchase manager, the finance head, the CEO, the HR, somebody specific. The message can be customized according to the characteristics of the person involved. I can change my pitch if I know the somebody before. If I want to sell a car, for example, and I come to understand through my analysis or talking to the customer that the customer is a thrill oriented guy, I start talking about speed and other speed features of the vehicle, the power, how powerful it is, what is the BSP of the vehicle, how fast can it go pick up. So I can customize my pitch. Next, it is up to date. A message can be created very quickly. I guess so and so customer is a thrill loving guy by his attire, but when I start talking to him, I understand he is a family oriented guy. So I can easily, very easily change my pitch from a thrill to family safety parts of the vehicle. So the message can be prepared very quickly and discoursed. Then it is interactive. The message can be changed according to the response. I ask you a question, I ask you leading and qualifying questions, I get a response to it, my pitch changes accordingly. It is not one pitch or one standard response to everybody. Here it is face to face. Next is the most popular thing today, digital marketing. Use of digital channels such as websites, social media, email, search engines, SEO, search engine optimization to promote products or services and engage. Word is engage with customer. Sorry, I should have highlighted it, but it is engage with customer. Immediate sale may or may not be the primary goal. Engagement with the customer is the very important aspect in digital marketing. Key characteristics are: one, it is easily measurable. The performance can be measured with analytics, Google Analytics or various tools are there by which you can easily measure what the customer has done in that particular website. It is targeted, you can target specific people with specific kind of information. It is very cost effective. Think a national media television ad and think a social media ad. There is a hell and heaven of a difference between the price points. Interactive, customers also engage in the form of chats, in the form of feedback, in the form of comments. It is flexible. It is adaptable in real time. Most important, it is adapted in real time. You, for example, if you probably search for something on Amazon, you'll be surprised. Wouldn't you get surprised if you see the same ad coming in Instagram or Facebook? That it is adjusted, flexible in real time, and then global reach. It is not restricted to geographical boundaries. It can be seen or telecasted or broadcasted anywhere across the globe. And word of mouth, specifically for those kind of products which needs feedback. For example, you want to buy a car. Yes, of course, you will see digital media, but you will definitely ask a friend of yours if he has purchased that vehicle, or if he is a car enthusiast, you will ask him, why don't you suggest me something? And on basis of his suggestion, you probably decide. Family, friends, peers discussing and promoting or telling good or negative things is word of mouth. People to people, oral, written or electronic communication related to the merits or experiences of purchasing or using the products or services. It can be demerits also. This is positive word of mouth and one is negative word of mouth. Okay, characteristics of offline or online word to mouth marketing are: one, it is credible. Think your closest friend or your boss suggesting a particular product. The amount of credibility attached to that. Second, it is personal. Your mom talking about a sari shop, or your wife talking to you about something good that has happened, or say your aunt talking to you, or your closest friend, your best buddy describing something good about a particular product or service. So either one, it is credible, it is personal and timely. People will tell you when you are most interested. When you feel like buying a car, the other advertisement forms are such that you may or may not be interested. But here, once an interest is picked, you go and talk to people, say what is your opinion about it. So it is very timely. You take those kind of inputs only when you need it and before the real purchase. And then lastly, the age-old technique of personal selling. Direct, it is direct interpersonal communication method where sales representatives engage potential buyers to influence purchasing decisions. Salespeople coming to your home. When you go to a showroom, salespeople come and talk to you, discuss with you and try to sell you the product. That is personal selling. What are the key characteristics here? It is face to face. A relationship is built, a trust and rapport and relationship is built with the customers. If the salesperson is good, he builds a very nice and this is also helpful in repeat purchases. Interactive questions, any doubts, arguments, grudges can be taken care of immediately. It is problem solving, addresses specific customer needs with personalized solutions. B2C, yes, it is important, but it plays a very important role in B2B marketing, business to business marketing. Adaptability. Sales strategies can be adapted in real time during interactions. You can change your pitch immediately if you come to understand what the customer actually wants. And then feedback driven. So you get immediate responses for continue. Oh, I am so sorry, but this product lacks this particular aspect. Oh, thank you for explaining it, but how about a little bit more of a discount? Oh, lovely, but what are the accessories that go into this particular car? Okay, if I buy it in bulk, do I get some kind of a long payment process? All it is feedback driven. So, personal selling plays a very important in B2B marketing where decisions are not taken immediately, but repeated queries keep coming. So, we have right now we have seen various methods or various ways in which a particular product can be, product or service can be marketed or communicated to the end user. Now, let us look into how to develop a particular communication. We just don't throw ads. There is a product process, there is a thought behind it, there is a target customer behind it, there is a budget attached to it, there is monitoring attached to it. There are so many things, let us look at in details. First is you identify the target audience. This is a 8-step process. Then you determine what objective the ad or the communication has to solve. How do you design this communication? You select which channel, among this 8, which channels or multiple channels do you use, or do you need to have only one particular channel? So, you select which channel you need to understand. When I say channel, I mean the 8 things that we discussed in the previous slides. Then you estimate the budget. How much is it actually going to cost? And then you decide which communication mix, either go for one channel, 2 channel, multi-channel, all channel. Then you measure the results and you manage the integrated marketing communication as and when feedback starts coming in or sales figures start coming in.